What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Um, I'm not even gonna fucking say my name anymore because of how often I change it. I try not to do that, but it keeps happening. So it's been a pretty busy while, guys. So let's start with the good things first. Well, no, let's go with the bad things first. So I had to pick up a couple more jobs. I picked up 3 jobs, so I'm working again at least. That's a good thing. I'm starting to be able. I feel like this is the year where I'm gonna finally. I'm gonna get back out of that hole that I've been in for the for financial wise. It's tax season. I'm probably gonna be fucked over pretty hard on my taxes still for cashing out my 401k. Um, that really bums me out, it really does. But I'm hoping that I can still get something at least. Like, that'd be pretty cool if I at least get something for it. Any little bit helps. Also, this it's kind of like a good news mixed with bad news thing. Um, as you guys probably saw over on Three Bros One Missions channel, I am going to be a dad. Or I was going to be. Um, my girlfriend was pregnant for 5 weeks, and she unfortunately miscarried. We're both pretty upset about it, but like, there's nothing we could have done to stop it. We both tried to make sure that she was comfortable and that she was as little stressed out as possible. It was kind of hard to keep her not stressed out because it's in a busy time in her life right now. There's a lot going on in her family, and I'm not really at liberty to talk about that. But there's been a lot going on in her family, so she's been pretty stressed out. I don't know if stress has anything to do with being able to miscarry. I know that it definitely doesn't help, but I've heard from some people that stress does have something to do with it, and that it also does not. So, um, I don't know. We don't know what caused it. We just know that it was nothing we could have done to prevent. Um, and it sucks because like I was really scared at first because I've been told by past exes, or by past girlfriends I should say, since me and her are still dating. But I've been told by past exes that I've gotten them pregnant before, but I've never seen a positive pregnancy test from one of them. So I never really had to really believe it. But this time my girl actually put the pregnancy test down right in front of me with 2 big lines. So, I was kind of freaked out, but then as time went on, I started getting excited about it. She was extremely excited. But it unfortunately is not gonna happen again. Um, we hope that next time she ends up getting pregnant, we hope that things go better, turn out better than the way that they did this time around. Um, but yeah, it's a bummer, but there's nothing we could really do. Also, I've been having like this really weird pain, like in my back, like right in the middle of my back in my spinal column, where like every time that I walk too fast or bend over too far, or sometimes even from just taking a really big breath, it'll be like a really sharp pain. And I've got a doctor's appointment this coming Friday to see what's going on. So I'm hoping that it's nothing serious. I doubt it is. I probably would have noticed something was up a lot longer ago if it was something serious. Give me a sec, I'm stretching. Ugh, shit! Okay. Oh, okay, that didn't feel too good, but Anyway, so I'm at least being looked at for that. Like I said, I doubt it's anything serious, but I'm still gonna cross my fingers and hope that it really is nothing serious, because sometimes when you hope something's not serious, it turns out being serious. So I'm hoping that it's not. Um, also, uh, bad news wise is well, it's not really bad news. Uh, I haven't been able to hang out with my friends for a while because, like, yeah, we've been hanging out. I've been getting better at being able to make time for them and everything else too, but it's really difficult to do because of the fact that I worked 3 jobs for a week, and then I told them, I was like, yo, I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. I literally am not getting enough sleep. I feel like I'm starting to fucking drive myself crazy working this much. So I dropped one of my jobs. Um, and right now I'm working 2 jobs. I'm back down to 2 jobs. But as of as of February 2nd, I will be back down to 1 job because I turned in my 2 weeks to Subway. So I'm hoping that with being back at 1 job, I'm really hoping that it will go a lot better, and I'll be able to relax and rest and live a life again, you know? Um, it's just that one of those things where it's like sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and with how broke I was, and for how long I was broke, it it was what I needed to do, was work whatever hours possible, um, without literally killing me from exhaustion. So I was doing that. Um, and it really is tough, but you know, if I, it's really a kick in the nuts because this shit would have never happened if I left Whirlpool. Like if I didn't leave Whirlpool, I wouldn't be in the spot where I'm at right now. But it's weird because in my opinions video, I said I'm not opposed to going back to it, and I'm still not. But your boy's back on 3rd shift now where he's currently at. So I don't know. I feel like I need to like stop saying what I plan to do for things, or at least with something like work-wise and real life-wise. I need to quit making like announcing my plans, because very rarely does it actually work out the way that I make it plan for it to. It's a good thing though where I'm at now. Like I love where I'm at. Work-wise, I love it more than I like Whirlpool, but there's way too much paperwork for it. Like I don't really got the attention span for it. I'm starting to get a bit better at it, and the human resources department, what the fuck, department is a way more cooperative than Whirlpool's was. Like with the miscarriage, I was actually going to work on the night that my girl miscarried. So I worked through that night, and I felt really bad that I wasn't there for her when she was going through that. So I called in the following night, and my supervisor understood, and he actually talked to HR for me, and got it to where there was no penalty against me for that call-in. And he actually talked to them about possibly giving me some time off. All I could afford to take off was 2 days. Excuse me. But I really appreciate it. Like, it really changes how I saw the supervisor, because, like, when I first saw it, when I first started working there, I thought he was a dickhead. To be honest, I hope he's not watching this. I doubt he is, but yeah, like I thought he was a bit of a dickhead at first, but then when he did that for me, and he showed understanding, and he's overall been really nice to me. It's just he gave me a write-up one night for calling in, which is fine, and then he made a comment because I had a hickey on my neck, and he's just like, I know that you said that you called in for a family emergency, because I called in because that was the day when we found out that she was going to miscarry, like when the doctor told us, yeah, you're gonna miscarry. So I called in for it, and I told him that was a family emergency, but I was not descriptive because I didn't feel comfortable talking about it. And he said, I know you said that it's a family emergency, but when you come in with a hickey on your neck the first night after coming back from that call-in, it makes me not believe that it was a family emergency. It makes me believe that you just wanted to get laid. So ever since that point, I kind of thought of him to be a dickhead. And then when she miscarried and I called in and he really helped me out and stuff like that, I'm just like, God damn, I was wrong about him. Just like, he's actually a pretty chill dude. But yeah, I'm honestly liking where I'm going, and that's part of the good news actually. Like we kind of transgressed into the good news. Um, I'm going back down to one job. That's a good thing because that means I'll be able to actually possibly have somewhat of a life again. Be able to make more time for my friends. Be able to spend more time with my girlfriend, especially because she moved in. She is staying the week at her mom's house right now though because I don't have a car at the moment. I've been using my mom's van because my car is in the shop right now for engine failure. So I at least have a way to get to my shifts at Subway and then my shifts at Williamsburg because I work back in the factory. It's kind of funny. I left Whirlpool to get away from the factory scene, and now I'm back in it. But I feel like one of the reasons why it was so hard for me to find a decent job was because I left Whirlpool right around the beginning, like the end of mid to late fall into the beginning of winter is when I left Whirlpool. So yeah, not very many places were hiring that badly, and places that were hiring were either giving or places that would even either cut hours down or did not pay that well. Um, which is why I had to have 3 jobs. Well, I had 2 for most of it, and then when I got hired at the factory, I went up to 3 jobs for a week, and then that's when I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna have to turn in my notice because I can't keep this up. It's already hard enough keeping up 2 jobs, so it's just like 3 jobs. Hell no, I can't do that, bro. I'm sorry, but I can't. So I worked 3 jobs for 1 week, and now I'm back down to 2 jobs. And I'm leaving my second job because the factory job that I'm at pays barely under what I was making at Whirlpool. At Whirlpool, I was making 15 hours starting. Now I'm making 14 hours starting. Whirlpool is a bi-weekly paycheck. This place is a weekly paycheck, so I feel like I'm getting shorted, but I know I'm not because um, it's just me not being used to a weekly pay because I've never had a weekly paying job. I worked over at a body shop in Williamsburg, Iowa for a good while, about a month and a half. And it was great at first, but then they started giving me nothing for hours and I was making barely above minimum wage. And it's just like I liked it, but like I couldn't keep doing it because they weren't giving me enough hours. And it's just like to have enough hours to make anything really, I would have had to give up my life because of it barely being above minimum wage. I think I was making like 760 something there an hour, and I was lucky. Like my first week, I did pretty decent with hours. I forgot how many it was. I think it was like 20 something hours is what I got there, so it was an okay check. But after that, I was lucky if I even got 16 hours. So I gave up that place to go for somewhere that I get more hours. And then I gradually got down to the path where I'm at now, where things are starting to look up for me a little bit, and I'm happy about it because my girlfriend's moving in, or she moved in. She's just staying with her mom for the week, because I told her that I'm just like, I'm not going to keep you from your family, but I also am not going to drive you there every single day for you to see them because they live in a different town that's like 15-20 minutes away. So I'm just like, if you have your own car and you really feel like spending the gas um, to go up there and see them damn near every day, then go for it. Or if you want to use my car, once we're not broke, okay, whatever. I guess go for it as long as you're back by a decent time because I work third shift. My third shift hours at my current job are 10:30 to 6:30. So I don't really like that schedule. I was much more happy with the Whirlpool hours just because like I don't care about working only 7 and getting paid for 8. Like yeah, that was kind of nice, but like no, the time frame at Whirlpool was a lot better for me than where I'm at now. Because here what I do with my 2 jobs is I get off work at 6:30, go to sleep till about 1 or 2, whichever I'm scheduled at. Usually I'm scheduled at 3, but lately I've been getting scheduled quite a bit at 2. So I'll sleep until about 1 or 2, which depending on when I'm scheduled. I'll go to work until 8 p.m. and since I'm a closer, will be there damn near till 9 o'clock sometimes. And excuse me. And then I have a 20-minute drive home. I get home, sleep for maybe another hour, get up, go to work, rinse and repeat. Unless I have the following day off from my other job, which is Subway. And I love my job at Subway, and I love my coworkers and all that. I've met a couple of really cool people from working at Subway, and I hate that I had to turn in my 2 weeks. You know, I hated it, but had to be done because now that things are starting to get a little bit better, I'm working a job where the time does not work that well for me because I was gonna go back to Whirlpool. Honestly, I was gonna go back to third shift Whirlpool so that way I could still work a second job. But then I started working at this place, and now I'm really torn. Like I still want to go back to Whirlpool, but I also don't because the HR at the place that I'm at is so understanding. Something that they did something for me that Whirlpool would have fucking never done for me. Like they would have been like, yeah, we understand and we're sorry about it, but no, don't stay home and do not stay home and take care of her girlfriend and make sure she's okay. Come to work and make her just for us. But my work was understanding, and they're just like, we understand. If you change your mind and you want to come to work, they even asked me how long I thought I would need off, and I told them straight up, I'm just like, all I can really afford to take off is last night and tomorrow and tonight. And then they said, alright, well we will count on not seeing you tonight then. We're sorry that this happened to you. And if you change your mind, let us know or just come in, whichever works for you. And yeah, you have a good rest of your day. So there are things that I love about where I'm at, and there are things that I hate. The main thing I've got an issue with where I'm at is the time frame and the paperwork. Like, if I didn't have to do the paperwork, then I would fucking be loving it and probably honestly screaming the praise of that place. Like, not screaming the praise, but like, you know what I'm saying. I would be enjoying it a lot more. But yeah, I'm really torn because like I want to go back to Whirlpool, but I also don't. And for a minute there, I'm not gonna lie. For a minute, I was thinking about staying at third shift where I'm at now, and then getting hired back on at Whirlpool and working third shift where I'm at and first shift at Whirlpool. But then I'm just like, no, I'm definitely not doing it. Like, it's a pretty okay idea in terms of financial wise and all that, but then that'd honestly be a lot worse than what I'm doing now, just because it's 2 full-time jobs, and that'd be unnecessary. Just because, like, yeah, I'm still broke, but not broke enough to need to work 2 full-time jobs. Especially now that my girlfriend's moving in, we still have to discuss how we're gonna split the bills. I still gotta get her put on the lease and all that, but her stuff's all here. She's mostly here. Hell, I even got her a fucking cat. Just help her feel better about the miscarriage to see if that'd help her, because she was having nightmares. So I got her a cat, hoping that that would help her relax and calm down a little bit. And it seems to be doing okay. She's getting a little bit better, thankfully. And I also got her the cat so that way whenever like I wanted to go out or go somewhere and she didn't want to go or couldn't go, then um I would be able to I'd be able to go out and do my thing, and she would still have company here. Because she says that she does not like how quiet the place is, because she comes from a big family. We both do. So we're both very used to loud noises and stuff like that. I'm more used to quiet now since I've been out of my family's for, well, a little over a year now. But she's just not moving out. She's always lived with her parents until about a week ago. Little less than that. So we still gotta get discussed how we're gonna split the bills and stuff like that. Because we're trying to make it easy for both of us to afford everything. So things are starting to look up a little bit, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm hoping it stays that way. Whether I go back to Whirlpool or stay where I'm at, I hope it continues to work out pretty well. Alright guys, well, I just want to let you guys know where I've been. I've been working so much. I'm not going to say that I'm back because I have no fucking idea if I'm back. Because normally whenever with how much I've been working and all that, I haven't had the energy to make videos. I've been wanting to relax and just either watch movies or play games or spend time with friends whenever the fuck I have free time. I haven't really wanted to be making videos because like capture cards kind of a pain in the ass to set up. But maybe going back down to one job will get me back on the right track as far as making videos go. But it's gonna be a long road, and I'm hoping that you guys. I'm thankful for you guys that have stayed with the channel throughout all the dormant times that I've been dormant, and I'm thanking you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos and my streams and all that good stuff. And yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know how everything's been going. And I'm hoping that once I go back down to one job, I'll start having the energy after at least a little bit. I'm hoping that I'll have the energy to start making videos or doing live streams again. My friend Ethan, or Dub by the Show, he pointed out to me that most of my videos lately, whenever I have made something, has been live streams, which there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're on YouTube, he's just like, how about you make a normal video recording instead of live streaming all the time? And like, at first I was just like, well, if it is what it is, and this is just how I've been doing things lately. But I am trying to work on getting more local recordings done. That way I can also put more time into editing them and getting things done better. And putting more effort into my channel. Like, I guess you could say I'm not really back yet, but I'm working on kind of like reviving things and starting to put more, again, the habit of putting more effort into video making. It's probably not going to be like Cadicarus or Smosh levels and shit like that of editing and shit like that, but just small little things that show that I'm not just recording and then throwing it on the website. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later, and try not to suck on a chode. Bye!